Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Hallelujah. All praise go to the Most High Elohim. We just giving y'all praise and glory and
I
honor.
don't.
Just one moment. We're going to get into, let me go ahead and start sharing.
This is me. This is my sound.
Yeah, can y'all hear?
Check my sound.
Are y'all not able to hear
Setting.
me?
Uh-uh.
Y'all not able to
It's
hear?
on. Let me
Hold on,
see.
saints. Hold on.
Is it my mic? Yes, up.
No,
Mm,
hold on.
sound setting. Yes, I
Hello,
was on here last
hello.
night. Why is it? Where are you?
Hold on.
Why
Okay.
sound setting?
All
Uh,
right. Well, they can't hear me on the platform there.
yeah, can sound.
B1 Queensland say they can hear. B.
Me.
Okay. Can you hear, Mother?
My audio doing off.
Hold on a moment. Let me check my sound. Hold on, sakes. Let's see what's going on.
Come on, now. I ain't never had no problem with my sound. None.
All right. Let's see.
It's my mic right there.
I tell you what.
It's my mic. Unmuted.
I don't know what's going on.
Hello, hello. Can y'all hear? I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing anyone. Let me see.
This, as far as like the with this, you can't hear me.
I can hear
This, as
you.
far as like the you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
As far as like the oh, you can't?
Yeah, I can
Well,
hear
let me
you.
turn one of these things off. Then.
Okay, where's Iva?
Okay. Oh, you can't?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Turn one of these things off.
Okay, where's Iva?
Okay.
Yeah, you got to turn one of those off because you're getting feedback. Uh, B1 Queensland says it sounds good. The sound is good. Uh, B1 Queensland says it sounds good. The sound is good. You got two
Now can you hear
devices.
me?
You got feedback. Something. You got two devices on. You got the
Now I
mute.
can't hear you. Okay.
You're trying to hear with one device and see with the other. Okay, let's see. Let me call my sister and see what's going on with her. Let's see. All right. Let me know if you can hear the music. Oop, she went out. Try to come back in.
That's what I'm trying now. Because I came on before you even
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I heard you.
Like, what in the world going on here? I'm coming back in.
Okay, well, I see you coming back. Let me add you back and see. Can you hear me now?
Let me take you off the phone. Now talk.
Okay, I can hear you now.
I don't know why in the world that
Well,
done
there's something
that.
going on over here too. And
It's my
Mother Judy
sound.
was in, so she'll come back in.
I ain't never had no problem with my sound.
Well, it might not
Devil
be
is a
this.
liar.
It could be anything.
Sister
Let me know.
Marie trying to be sleep late.
Yah commanded us to
Can
do
you hear
all
the
these
music,
statutes, to fear Yah, our Elohim,
Yeah.
Ivory?
for our good always, that he might
Ivory,
preserve us
I
alive,
can hear you now.
as it is at this day.
I can hear you now.
And
Mother
it shall
Judy
be our
just went out. She'll
righteousness
come back in, I
if
guess.
we observe to do
I
all
mean,
these
You know the enemy
commandments
don't want
before
you to hear
Yah,
this.
he is busy. Yes, he is. I'm like, wait a
as
minute
he
now.
has
I was on
commanded.
there.
That's all right. Y'all be
Praise
praised.
you, Father Yah.
That's what I say.
I will not have any other Elohim before you.
Yes.
He
Most
is a liar.
appreciated for our word today.
Nor bow down to any graven images too. I won't take the name of
Father God, we just want to thank
Yah,
and
my
praise you for this day.
Elohim in vain. I'll
We
do.
glorify his name.
I'll do.
Father, we just want to thank and
Remember the
praise you right now.
Sabbath days.
Yes, yes.
Give your name glory, praise, and the honor.
Yes, Father.
Father and mother,
Hallelujah.
because that's what Yah told me.
Give y'all all the glory and all the praise and
That
all
your
the honor.
days may be long and that it may go well with you.
Take a step off your mic, mother. I see you.
I'll do.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah, I'll do.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hallelujah. We give your name praise and glory. Shabbat
I
shalom.
can't hear y'all.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
We hear you.
I'm just gonna go back into the chat.
We
Yeah.
hear you. We hear you, mother.
Come on. Yeah,
We hear
that's
you.
okay.
Do you hear us? Can you hear us? Go back in the chat. Y'all, we want to thank you for this lesson today. We invite the Holy Spirit in right now to be the teacher that he is and guide us through your word. We give your name glory, praise, and honor. Hallelujah. We thank you, Father, for this day. We thank you for the ears that this message will fall upon. Y'all, we ask you just vessels that are willing to be used. We open our hearts and our minds, our spirit unto you today, Ruach. That you will fill us with your anointing. Fill us with wisdom and understanding. Let us go into your word, Father, the very treasure. The words that causes us our life eternally. That you have set in place, set in order. For us to be partakers of it. So, Father, we thank you today. We thank him. We give him glory, we give him honor. And we're here today just to break bread with our brethren and our sisters on this great Shabbat. We thank him. We praise Yah. Mother, we could hear you. I don't know if you heard us, but we could hear you.
Yeah, we sure could.
We could hear you, but I don't know if you heard us. Hallelujah. And we give Yah praise, glory, and honor for what his agenda is today is to show us in his word. We don't have no agenda. Only thing we have is the word of Yah over here. Ain't no made up stories. Only story you may hear is my testimony, is what I've gone through. and what he has imparted unto us. So we give y'all praise, glory, and honor. And as you see the title, she said she couldn't hear us though.
Maybe was your sign off on your computer?
Yeah, might have to check the sound too.
Because I had to check mine. I had to go out and come back in with mine.
So we give y'all praise and glory. Something going on, saints of the Most High, because I had to keep refreshing before I could even get on. Here lately, I don't know what's happening, but nevertheless, y'all be praised.
No one else talk
y'all
about
be praised. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm really wanting her. I'm praying for that because I do want her to come on and give us that lesson concerning the herbs that y'all has given her. And see, she got so much to give. The enemy just keep fighting her on the platform that she can't get that sound right. But he's a liar. We're going to hear that. Today we are talking about very familiar. We talk about them all the time. All the time. Let me open up my screen. We talk about the 10 Commandments. As we see the 10 Commandments, how well do we operate in them?
Not well.
How well do
well.
we, if we be honest with ourselves,
well.
how well do we truly operate in them? How, because we can go back over our lives and we can find ourselves at falling short. And that's going to be my next lesson. Falling short. Because the words say when you miss one, you miss them all. Well, we're going to kind of get some understanding of that. Today we are talking about the 10 Commandments. And they're almost but thrown out. They are thrown out of the media, and we expect them to. They're also thrown out of the schools. And sadly, they're thrown out of these so-called churches. Because they, as I can remember, they didn't really cite the 10 Commandments. As long as we were in, we talked about them occasionally, but that wasn't nothing that they would repeat every week. Growing up in the churches, they would repeat the 10 Commandments. They would talk. Yes, again. For some reason, it seemed as though they understood. Can y'all see the words? Let me know.
Make them bigger. Make it.
And that's kind of weird because I got them on 250. Usually when I get 250.
On this side, now they're big.
Now they big. They might be too big. But when I can lower them back down when I get through.
Yeah, just
I don't need up to get up to 300. But as we see, and for some reason, when you talk about the 10 Commandments, even in they call it the New Testament or the continuance of the word, we see our Israelite brethren will say the law of Moses. When in fact, this was not the law of Moses. And the word tells us, it clearly tells us who wrote the book, who spoke the words. Moshe just held the tablets.
Right. Yep, that's it.
And Yah wrote it.
Yes, he did.
He spoke it out of his mouth, and he wrote it. So it's amazing to me that we want to say, first of all, they say they're done away with. That's old school. You know, they like to say that's old school. And they like to say, they love to say words like, well, that's used to be now. That things done changed. As though y'all changed. Didn't he say, I am Elohim?
He never changed.
And although he do new things, but he let us know he's
changed.
Still righteous.
Yes, he is.
He has spoken, he has not taken them back.
Certainly has.
His commandments that he has set up, he has not changed them. As a matter of fact, he added some more. Because of the fall of Israel, he had to give more. But these 10 commandments, and we
Mhm.
have to watch too what these peoples are doing, because we know for a fact that his first commandment is to love the Father with all our heart, all our mind,
Yes.
our soul.
Oh, Jesus.
He tells us that. That's our first commandment. We are to love him with all our being. We are to actually give him our all. One thing about Yah, he's not going to take a piece of you, a piece of me, or he want it all. And if you're going to be in, you got to bring it all in. If you're going to be out, you got to take it all out. He's not sharing you. He says he's not sharing you. He will not share you with another. He has told us in his word that he is a jealous Elohim. And he's not sharing his bride. What man in his right mind, in the natural? I know they're doing some horrible, unscrupulous, low down, inhuman things now. But a real man is not about to share his bride with nobody, not knowing. Because that's his bride to have and to hold. So if you can think that way in the natural, so why is it so difficult for us to understand the spiritual realm? And y'all say, no, he's not sharing us. So he gave a commandment to the people, Israel. This, first of all, let's establish who he gave it to. He gave it to a people that he had established and called what? His own. He let us know that. So we're going to get into the word today. And I'm not going to read this one first, but I'm going to pull this one up. And we're going to read the one in the book. I just want us to see. Because a lot of these, some of them I pulled up, y'all, they had 8 commandments. And though he only gave you 8. And here we know he gave more than 8. And he gave us some laws that we could really live by, because these commandments really is our salvation. These commandments can cause us to live what? Forever. These commandments can what? Also cause us to lose our soul and be in a tormented hell forever. So, the 10 commandments, how well do we operate in them? Because sometimes we go on with our busy lives. We go on with things we're not even thinking about. We sometimes we falter during the day. Sometimes we don't even think. Let's be honest, Saint. We don't even think about the 10 commandments until after the event or after the event.
That's right. That's true.
After we have done it or said it, then we think about it. But he gave us, he said, you shall have no other gods before me.
Yes, he did.
No other gods. He said, you shall make no idols or no images. Now, this is the way they figure. I'm just reading what I found.
Mm-hmm.
You should not take the name of the Yahuwah, your Elohim, in vain. Like this OMG. They big on this thing now. Everywhere you look, it's written OMG.
Mm-hmm.
He said, keep the Sabbath day, holy. Matter of fact, it said, remember the Sabbath.
And keep it holy.
And keep it holy. See how they do this? See, if you don't know that this has been tinkered with.
That's right.
I'm just reading what they got here. It goes on to say, honor your father and your mother. It say a little bit more than that. He said, you shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. And that neighbor first, your first neighbor is your brother, Israel.
That's right.
We don't want to hurt nobody else. All these other nations, we want to have all patience with them. You notice that?
Ooh,
but we don't want, we don't have no patience with one another.
That's right.
We lie on one another, then deceive one another, have issues with one another. And he said, you shall not covet. Stop wanting what the covet is dangerous. It's not what you have. I want one like you. I want yours.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Give me yours.
I want it all.
Yeah, I want what you got. He don't find that very appealing. So we'll come back to that. Let's get into the actual scripture. Okay. Let me come to the top.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and Yah spake. Who spoke? Moses?
No, Yah spoke.
So we giving Moses credit. We telling Moses told him it's Yah's word anyway. He said, and Yah spake all these words saying.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to spoke it.
Yes,
He said, I am the Yahuwah thy Elohim. In case you didn't know who brought you out of there. He said, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. And he said, out of the house of bondage, out of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. I want you to know who is your rescuer. I want you to know who are your master, kinsman, redeemer.
Mm-hmm.
All wrapped up in one. I want you to know. He said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath. He said nothing we should have that resembles nothing in the earth or nothing in heaven, because you don't even know what it in the heaven look like.
Sure don't.
And I don't want you carving out things of the earth, and we see that all day long.
Yes, we do.
So how well do we operate in these 10 commandments? He goes on to say, he don't want you to do it in the heaven above, all that is in the earth beneath. Then he goes on to say, all that is in the water under the earth.
Mm-hmm.
These are my creation. These are nothing for you to worship. That's what he's saying. You don't make the creations gods and idols.
That's right.
You don't take what I have spoken and created and make a god out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And how often do we see people that say they love Yah, but yet they have idols, but they don't think they have one.
That's right. That's so
They don't think they have graven images.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you like my dolphin earring? Oh, they pretty, they so cute. Then he said, don't make nothing even under the water.
Yes, he did.
He said, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Not serve them. Don't make these things. Because see, if you see people make things for idol worship.
Yes, they do.
We see all kinds of things all the time, but do you worship them?
Mm-mm. No, you're not
It
supposed to.
seems to me he don't want Israel with none of these things.
That's right.
And I'm telling you something. I had the man. I should have bought that out. I had the cutest necklace. I always liked it. I liked it because I like animals. My mind is not there because I want to worship in them. I like them because I'm a fan of animals. The little carving, they have all carved out, and cause see, I told y'all I could talk about me.
All right.
I don't know about nobody else. I can tell you me. Because I think I got enough examples for all the lessons.
Okay.
Good, bad, and indifferent. And
Yeah.
I do. I have this necklace. I really like it, and it misplaced, and I wonder where it was. And so in the cleanup, I found them in another box. Oh, there they are. Got the rhinoceros. They have. I think the lion and all kind of little animals. And that's why I like this thing. I like these.
Those were your little zoo.
Yeah, literally the zoo around my neck. And at the end, I had this little rock. No, it was like a little wooden ball with the little leopard stripes on it. Yeah, it was cute. I liked it. Still like it. And I began to think about that when I began to read the word. Am I really tied to this thing? And I'm gonna tell you this because I one day, and this is when I was in Christian in church, I began to feel I had stuff in my house, and I didn't know within myself I was so enthralled and so tied to them. And so it's almost like the Holy Spirit had me to do a cleansing. To me, it was just, I was collecting angels and things like that. Because I'm a fan on the little snowballs. With
little snow globes.
Snowballs with the little angels in them and stuff like that.
The snow globes.
Yeah, them globes. And because really it's just a little nut but a gazing ball when you think about it. And so I actually, when I went through the house and I had to start taking things out, do you not know I felt this pull on me? I felt something but start pulling on me. And I was like, am I just attached to this stuff?
Wow.
I had a box. And I just went through and started picking things and putting things, I said, but every time I picked up one of those, it was like a tug.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my goodness, why am I feeling like that? Why am I feel like I'm pulling my heart out. Didn't realize how attached I was. The things had become something other than a little globe.
Yeah, it did.
See, this is when you can tell when there's something else different going on there. As innocent as it looked, and they look, as a matter of fact, I think I was selling these I forget the name of this company. And every time they have a new one, they bring out a new one, I would get that one. So I began to have a collection. I forgot the name of it. If I think of it, y'all will know what company I'm talking about. I can't think of it, been so long. So when we begin to feel like we are being tugged and pulling something out of us, we have gotten, that has become an idol. That has become a little God to us.
Mother Judah said, butterflies, frogs on lily pads. That was stuck on
Listen,
her.
we might as well go ahead on and confess this stuff today. You don't even realize these things when they get to when you feel like you can't get rid of them.
And you put out a scripture that ties in with what you're doing, saying now. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go right ahead. Come on,
Okay.
we're gonna discuss this thing today.
Okay, Daniel 7th chapter, starting with the 25th verse, and it says, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time."
What's more precious than little trinkets? See, it comes in small package, and we don't understand how the enemy work. We know we ain't gonna come in and have nothing sitting, those big old statues sitting in the yard.
Mm-mm.
And not only this, saints of the Most High, you got to willingly bring it in.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why it's so important. Not only things, you got even people. You got to be careful who you invite into your life.
Yes, you do.
Because you don't know what they're into.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
It's not even their image, because some people walk around them made themselves a god.
Oh, yeah.
So how well are we keeping, operating in the what? In the 10th commandments. He said, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me."
Yes, he did.
"Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image." Now he's talking to Israel.
Yes, he is.
Because first of all, you making the creation what I did.
Oh, God.
And most of these people, now we personally, let me say this, because I want you to get some clarity on what I'm saying. Most of you might have some things in your house. You ain't looking at that as a god or worshiping it. But what we don't understand is a lot of this stuff that is sent into the country has been spoken over their gods.
Yes, it has.
They have been blessed with their gods.
Mm-hmm.
For making sales and stuff. You have people's got images. A long time ago, I'm telling you, I told you I can only tell my story. Long time ago, I remember, if you remember back in the 70s and 80s, they would have this big tall cobra standing up in the house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that, because Betty had one. Curl up.
Yeah, curl up with a cobra standing up, sitting on the floor in the corner. Mm-hmm. Don't you know something wrong with my head? And the children was there with me. I had them for the summertime. Rather, and Sam and all of them, they came over. I brought them over for the summer. They're in there playing, and Rather messed around and broke my snake.
Did you a favor.
But I can't begin to tell you the anger that came out because of this statue snake that she had broken. How well are we operating in the 10 commandments? Enslaved with a spirit.
Yeah.
And see, you know when you so attached, when you want to fight.
Yeah, that is attached.
I told her to get out. Just get out. Just get out of the house for a minute.
Yeah, that spirit had hold of you.
We got to understand that the enemy don't care how he encapsulate you.
He certainly don't.
He just want to do it. He'll do it through any little thing. He said, "Israel, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above or in the earth beneath."
Elder, I want to add to what you just said about that cobra. When Betty had one, and like you said, she had it in the corner, out of the way, just part of her decoration. And
Yeah.
T was the baby because T was little, and we had T, and T went up to it, and she had a rock, a rock she had found outside because we had been outside, and she went to it, and she started acting like having a conversation, and all of a sudden she took that rock and she hit that thing so hard till it busted, right?
Mm.
And Betty, just like you, she was all upset and stuff, and she was talking to Mama. And Mama asked her what had happened. And she would tell her, and Mama calmed Betty down. She said, "You know what?" Said, "That shouldn't have been in your house in the first place."
Mm.
She said, "You don't bring no kind of things, them images in your house." She told her that too, that wasn't something that you bring into your house because just like you said, people pray over these things, special things that is under witchcraft.
Mm.
And they do it, and they does pray over because I remember when I went to Walmart one year, I don't know what toy that came out, and me and Wanda was together, and we went. I come back down that aisle, and I told Wanda, I said, "We got to get out of this aisle." She said, "What?" I said, "Cause something ain't right in this aisle." Because every time we went near it, it was just you could feel the evil spirits that was in there. I don't know what toy at the time or what it was in there, but after that they cleared everything off of them aisles, everything, all of it. I said, "Cause something is wrong with them aisles." Because I was telling one of the associate, I said, "I don't know what's going on." I said, "But y'all need to get rid of all that stuff." And I must have was talking to a manager because when we went back later on, they had to clear that out and got rid of all of it. Yes, you get stuff that been prayed over with witchcraft and because they worship it and people fall under and think it is cute and it's pretty and stuff. And you
Beautiful
can't get
colors.
drawn. Yeah, you get drawn to that stuff if you're
And
not
see, they know
careful.
how the enemy know how to capture our eyes because we are colorful people.
Yes.
And if it give you this soft, colorful arrays of color,
Yes, it will.
and your eyes already goes to it, and you and be honest with you, you'll see the beauty of the color before you see the images.
That's right. Yes, you will.
See, the enemy knows what he's doing. We got to understand, y'all, when he told us to have no other gods before him and no graven image, he knows what he's talking about.
Yes, he does.
Because he knows the enemy.
Yes.
These were the things that he was speaking to his people.
Yes, he was.
He said, "Oh, nothing in the earth, heaven above, or under the sea."
That's right.
He said, "Thou shalt not bow down." That's what he said. See, because what he was getting his people to understand, these people that you going to, this is what their God's going to be like.
Yes.
And they're already praying to these little gods that are made up and carved out of wood and stone.
Yes.
So when you get to Canaan, I'm telling you before you get there, this is a commandment that you do not participate in it. Because you already gonna know it's a God to them.
That's right.
And that's why I say, "Thou shalt have no other God before me." I'm telling you, because there's gonna be some. And there's many out here now. And because with a lot of time we get to sleeping, we get tied up in them. And when we wake up, we're in the middle of it. He said, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image of any likeness of anything that's in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." He said, "You don't do it because they do it for worshiping."
Yeah.
Everything you can possibly think of, they got a statue and pretty much all these different gods.
Sister Inya put in a comment. She said, "Facts. See how the people fight at Walmart with a heathen day sale
Yeah,
occurs over toys and electronics. It's
and
a
that is so
scam.
true. They don't
Yeah,
got to be. They don't start fighting over stuff for Halloween.
even right now." And Mother Judith said, "I have a cookie jar that got to go. Looks like a hush puppy.
A hush
Yeah,
puppy.
yeah. She got a cookie jar that looked like a hush puppy. A
That you
cookie,
eat.
yeah, it's like a hush puppy. It must be shaped in the form of a hush puppy." She said it got to go. Now that
That's,
you mention it, it
that,
caught her attention. I guess she gonna get rid of it now because she never
yeah.
thought about it.
Well, you don't think about it because you know why she didn't think about it? Because she didn't think about worshiping. It's just
Yeah,
a cookie jar.
yeah.
That's why
Hmm.
she ain't thought about that. But I'm talking about people intentionally go get things. Because
Yeah,
see, you got people intentionally go get things. They go get dolls. They go get they make up these things for the reason of witchcraft.
yeah. They do. Hmm.
What's the intent of your heart? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get us to understand. Y'all is
Yeah.
telling them, don't do it because this is what they do. This is their that's their God. This is not your God. I am your Elohim.
Hmm.
I want us to understand that.
Hmm.
He said, thou shalt not, you say, this is why he's telling them right now. Listen to the commandments. There's something very deep behind the commandment because it's like a forewarning.
Yes, it is.
Because I'm finna send you into a country. This is what the people do.
Yes.
I'm messing with Mother Day. Are you bowing down to your cookie, to your hush puppy?
No, and you're talking about causing you to overeat. Y'all women too much.
Overeat hush puppies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
overeat all them cookies she got in that jar.
Well, I got a cookie jar. Ain't nothing in it but some bags. I got it sitting up on the thing there. I think it's like a little mushroom. And I eat them. But
Yeah, you do.
I put a
Hey, did she say it got to go?
I put a trash bags in it. These are bags from the grocery store so I can use them.
Yeah, I know that's right.
He said, thou shalt not bow. See, this is why he tells us you got to read what he's saying and understand.
Yeah.
But see, I don't want us to get and taking stuff out of context.
Mm-hmm.
He said, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, because that's what they're doing.
Yes.
How you gonna go cut down a tree,
And bring it to your
carve you
house.
out of God,
Mm-hmm.
warm yourself by it, cook you some food. See, that's what he's trying to get us to see. Cook you some food, and then you're gonna bow down and think it's gonna save your soul.
Huh.
You got more power than the tree.
Yes, you do.
If you can carve you out of God.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
That's what we got to understand.
Yes, we do.
He said, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve. See, you got to understand why he gave the commandment, saints.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serving them?
That's
Are
right.
you bowing down? Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
Mm-hmm.
What he said, for I am thy Elohim. That's why he said, I'm your God.
That's right.
Oh, we give him glory.
Yes, sir.
I am your Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
Not only am I'm a jealous Elohim. I'm
That's
telling
what
you
he
straight
said.
up. I'm jealous. You ain't got to be wondering. Oh, he acting jealous. No, y'all say I'm jealous.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He said, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, because you hate me when you go bow down to other images.
That's what he said.
You hate me. You can't say you go to church and you do all this stuff and you go bow yourself down to all the other graven images. You made them your God. You ain't made me your God.
That's right. Hallelujah, Father. Thank you for the understanding.
You made them your God. You ain't made me your. No, I see you whoring with them.
Yes. Yes.
You whoring with that one that you keep running, that one that Sue said you keep running around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
She got you looking at a gazing ball.
Yes.
No, that's your God. I'm jealous, and I'm not gonna put up with it. He said, you're going to cause me, the iniquity on you going to go down to the third and fourth generation, and they're going to have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, saints.
That's what's happening.
That's what he's saying here.
Yes. Yes.
You causing something, you're going to reap some stuff that down to the fourth generation going to have to deal with.
And that is so today. Oh, glory, hallelujah.
So we got to understand how well are we doing these commandments. But when we don't do it, we call somebody else that we suffer for it.
Yes.
When we go out and do stuff we don't have no business doing, we call someone to suffer.
Yes.
Mainly your own generation.
That's right.
You wonder why you going through all this stuff. You got to go back in the past and see who did what.
That's so
who bowed down to what? Who left y'all and go and clean to the rabbit foot?
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand what he's saying, saints. We ain't talking about no cookie jar.
Mm-hmm.
You made an image. You got walk around. You going to church with a rabbit foot in your bosom.
Okay.
Or some kind of herb or something that you stuck in
your bosom or in your pocket.
Yes.
He
said, "Oh, I'm not your God." He said, "They're your God." He said, "You serving them. You're not serving me. I'm telling you what situation, and this is a forewarning," he said. Because they weren't even there yet.
Mm-hmm.
He gave the law that this is what's going to happen, and I'm telling you up front. You ain't got to wonder what's going on. I'm telling you now.
Mm-hmm.
He said, when I come in, you got a Hail Mary sangria in your house. That's an image.
Mm-hmm.
Because they bow down to that, saints.
Yes,
I want y'all to get the picture. I want you to get the truth of what I'm saying. They got a swine in their house. They bow down to that. That's what he's saying. Hail Mary, full of grace, and he crosses it. No, that's a shrine. That's a God he's talking about here.
Yes,
that's an image that he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
He said, "You serving that? You ain't serving me. You serving that."
Mm-hmm.
That molded image that you molded and had to burn it and come. You gonna bow down to something that can fall and break.
Yeah.
He said, "I am Yahuwah, that Elohim. I am a what? A jealous Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put up with your whole hopping, with your adulterous ways."
Mm-hmm.
See, we got to understand. We married him, and he married us. We commit adultery when we go to these other gods.
Yes.
We thinking about just being on a localized level, natural. No, it's a spiritual thing. He talking to his bride here. I'm jealous.
Yes.
And when you go do that, you ain't serving me. No, you don't want me. You're just slapping my face. You don't go out. You done made yourself another lover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you know right up now. When you do that, I'm visit the iniquity of the father upon the children.
And third and the fourth.
Unto the third and the fourth generation of them that hate me.
Mm-hmm.
The child ain't even born, the father say they hate me. They hate me. Because you know why? Because they're going to teach their children, and they're going to teach their children, they're going to teach their children. He said, you'll hate me. You can't say you love me and you doing all this stuff because you see that it's a pattern. Somebody, y'all will take one in the family, he'll break that pattern.
Yes, he will.
Lord, we give him glory.
Sister Inya put another comment. She said, Elder and Mother, you remember those calendars that you see all over New York for good luck and money sitting outside and in people's apartment? She said,
yeah, they used to have them in the window and stuff.
Shabbat Shalom, Brother James.
Listen, I didn't know what they were for. I thought they were just because to us, when they put cameras in the window, you got a loved one is in the army or something. Until they come home, they blow the camera out. I ain't know what all that was for. I see them do that in New York.
Mother, you say, yes, my grandmother used to buy those candles.
And set them in the window.
Mm-hmm.
And they would say that for the loved one, especially when they went off to the army.
Yeah.
That's what I was, or either tie a yellow ribbon around a tree or something until they come home. You know, I'm telling you, this stuff is deeper than we could even believe it is. Y'all, he said, it's going to cause me, he said, you, Israel, you going to cause me to visit your children out to the third and fourth generation. I'm going to get revenge. He said, because why? You hate me. Mm-hmm. You brought this hate in your family towards me because now your offspring going to start doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. He said, you don't bow down to them. That's why I want us to understand. He said, you're going to bow. This is what they're doing when you get there. Don't you do it. Don't bow down to these engraved images. And he said, you don't want to serve them either. Mm-mm. And see, some of us would have made our job our graven image. We don't think we have. Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. Made our business a graven image. Yes. He said don't have anything. You don't make nothing. In other words, y'all, he done told us he's jealous. So I don't know why we don't get why he's so upset. Exactly. If you mind, you do what I ask you to do. Because the only way I know you love me, you keeping my commandments. That's your right. Commandments show me that you love me and you concerned about my thoughts towards you. Yes. Because my thoughts towards you is good. Not obedient. And when you go off bowing down to these other images, you telling me you hate me. I'm not enough for you. You know what woman or man want to feel like they're not enough for their husband or their wife? Come on, saint. All right. All right. I'm tired of you and giving you my all, and now I find out you over here whole-hopping with another image. Mm-hmm. Y'all say I'm jealous. Okay. If you don't want me, I tell you what, it's not only you don't want me, it's your generation behind you. Yes, they're gonna reap habit. Important thing to do. He said, visiting iniquity, because he said that thing gonna be in their heart. Yes. They gonna even know to do right. They ain't gonna do the right thing. Because that's what iniquity is. You already know it's wrong, but you still go do it and then try to hide it. Yes. Like nobody saw it. You slip you slip it in there trying to get you paying for you some numbers. Mm-hmm. You dug in the back. You don't go through the front door. You dug to the back door, not to the soothsayer. Palm read. You get y'all's word, and his word will tell you what you need to know. Yes, it will. You know you hate me. You don't love me. Because I can tell you what's going to happen to you now. I could have told you then. Yes. I can tell you what's going on with you now, but you didn't consult me. You went to your graven image. Yes. You went to that one you thought they were telling you the truth. No, you went to down on the corner in the booth they call it in the booth in the corner in the dark. I'll never forget one Saturday morning. I was had to go to the store for something, mama for something. and I met this lady. You remember that Mother Lindy?
Yeah. Mama Linda, yeah.
Yeah, Mama Lindy. She was getting off the bus, and she said, "Hey, young lady." I said, "Hey, how you doing?" I went up. I think I went to the drugstore. I was walking back home, and she was like, she started walking with me, and she said, "Do you know Mother Lindy?" I said, "Yeah, everybody know Mama Lindy." She said, "Well, can you take me where she at?" And I was like, "Just talking to her. I'm just a kid. I'm just talking to her." And she started talking about her husband. Listen, I don't know nothing about all that.
It's okay, don't talk to me about
She
that.
want to go to Mama Lindy because she needs some help. Somebody told her that Mama Lindy. I'm like, well, what do Mama Lindy do?
We were little, we didn't know about it.
And when I got around there, I said, she stay right there. Hey, look here.
Yeah, you said take you, I took you. So
Yeah, I kept on skipped on home to my mother.
Whatever y'all was into, that was y'all.
Mm-hmm. And I remember her even asked me. She said, "Well, your mother?" I said, "My mama read the Bible all the time." I said, "We all read the Bible." So I don't know what she was getting at. I said, "My mama read the Bible all the time." I said, "We talk about the Bible all the time."
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, "You read the Bible?"
Did she ever answer you?
I don't even remember what she answered me or not, but I know she asked me, "Did I read the Bible?" I said, "My mama read the Bible all the time."
We use that Bible study all the time. Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm visiting the iniquity of the fathers." Listen, what transpire when we do all these other things?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one generation to the third and the fourth generation. Got to face this. He said, "Of them that hate me."
Mm-hmm.
Could it not be? Because this is still active, saints. It's active very much. See, we got to understand what we see happening to our people.
Yes, it's still active. Yes, it is.
We got to understand it. Could it be?
Mm-hmm. You didn't die.
Because of the whole hopping away from Yah.
Mm-hmm.
Down in our lineage.
Mm-hmm.
And we seeing so many of our young people going through so much. Shot down. Don't want to do the right thing. Like I say, I think I was out there in front of yo. I don't think I didn't even tell you. And this little group of boys was out there. And one of the group, I got a call. He was cursing like a sailor that he didn't even see me. And I said, hey.
Bill, yeah.
I said, hey, what is, I said, show some respect, young man. And the other little boy told me, "Oh man, you all that cussing, and you see that lady, and she got that little baby, you ain't cussing." Oh, he went on, he started cussing. I said, "Well, I already know where you going." I say, with that kind of behavior, I know what's gonna happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
No respect.
Mm-hmm.
I think he couldn't have been no more 12.
Right.
12 to what? Maybe 13.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I wasn't there.
That's right.
And you can tell the other little boys that because they kept looking back nervous.
Mm-hmm.
He was going on about his business. And though he didn't give a hoot about me, age, nothing.
That's
he didn't
right.
care about the little baby. He said, "Man, stop cursing like that. You see the even little baby. You know everything."
Yes, you do.
And he said, "Showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and what? And keep my commandment." That's the only love language that y'all knows.
Yes, it is.
Is somebody treating you right and doing right by you, providing for you, making sure you okay, making sure things are well kept for you, you know they care about you.
Yes.
Y'all say, I'm showing mercy to those.
Mm-hmm.
He said to thousands of them. He said millions. He said thousands of them that love me.
That's right.
And keep my commandments. Because if somebody love him, You hear me?
Yes, it is.
Oh, we give him glory. Y'all know he got some people love him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, thou shalt not take the name of the Yahuwah thy Elohim in vain. It's OMG all day long.
OMG. OMG.
Oh my God.
Oh, I hated that word because when
And
they
there's a
came,
lot of these, you hear a lot of these gay people doing it.
oh, I couldn't stand that word. Oh, them letters.
He said, thou shalt not take the name of Yahuwah thy Elohim in vain. In other words, I'm not nothing to play with.
That's right.
To make your jokes and your little antics and your little symbols.
Mm-mm.
You take my name in vain.
That's right.
You think you can just use it like you want to use it. I'm sacred, I'm holy, and I am righteous and almighty.
Yes, he is.
You treat me like I'm some little some stubble you picked up off the ground. This is what he said. For the Yahuwah will not hold them guiltless.
That's right.
They're taking his name in vain, use his name for foolery.
That's right.
Then he say, remember the Sabbath day. Don't you only remember to keep it holy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by keep it holy?
Do not mix all that crap with it.
Don't bring your everyday
Junk.
worry,
Mm-hmm.
cares of this life. Take this day and rest.
That's right. Spend it with him. In his
Throw out the things of the world.
That's right.
Relax before me.
Yes.
I gave you this day.
Yes, he did.
The day for you. Yes, I rest because you like me. I want you to rest with me.
Mm-hmm.
He told Strep, 6 days shall thou labor.
Mm-hmm.
6 days. You can do whatever you want. You can work as long as you want. You can whatever you desire to do. He said, do all your work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got something special. Because when you come in and rest with me and meditate with me and see, when you now y'all let me explain something here. You are not in your land.
No, you aren't. You know
You're
that.
not in your land, and we try to do a lot of stuff in other people's country that sometimes they make it impossible.
That's true. Yes,
They
it
make
will.
sure you work on what we call the Shabbat.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it will.
Because that's to make you defy. But see, what they don't understand, y'all going to hold them to one.
Yes, it will.
Because they doing it on purpose and they know it.
Yep.
So I want to let that out too, because sometimes when we say things like that, people, that's putting you in another frame of mind. Oh, I can't do this, or I got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because Yahushua, y'all set in the order, and Yahushua came and made clarity of it.
Yes, he did.
See, that's why we got to know the word.
Mm-hmm.
He made clarity. He said, I am the Lord of the Sabbath.
Yes, he is.
I went about healing, doing whatever I did on the Sabbath. You look at his word. You see, he did a lot of things on the Shabbat. He did a good work on Shabbat.
Yes, he did.
People came to him.
Yes, they did.
And he didn't turn them away.
No, he did not.
They made it clear. And it was on the what? On the Shabbat.
Shabbat. That's right. A lot of things took place with him on the Shabbat.
Healing the sick, giving sight to the blind.
Yes, it was.
And literally telling off them ones that thought they knew everything.
Yes, yes, it was.
Expose them on the Shabbat.
Mm-hmm. Them
Oh, I know
devils.
who you are. You are of the father of your father, the devil.
Yes, he did.
We got to understand. We get it. We get this one track mind. We got to understand when things are changed.
Yes.
When Yahushua came, he set things in order concerning the Sabbath.
Yes.
These people, they were in their land. They could do this. They could shut down everything because they had a kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
They could shut it down because they was in control. When you're in control, you got the power to shut it down or not.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all told us we will be destroyed. You're going to be carried away captive. You went to a land you don't know, neither the people nor the language. And they're going to spoil you. Oh, but he going to do something to those that did it.
Yes, you will.
Because they knew who you were.
Mm-hmm.
And know who you are now.
Oh, yes.
That's why we see all this stuff rising up like the whole world is fighting. The earth is fighting against the enemy.
Yes, it is.
He said to remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. He said, 6 days shall thou labor. You got 6 days. And he said, you do all your work. Because at the end of the week, y'all can shut it down.
Yep. That's right.
Give him glory. You in the middle of the wilderness, you can shut it down. And who's going to stop you? Who's going to make you work in the wilderness?
Nobody.
That's why y'all say, that's why they stoned the man for going out there, because y'all gave them their food to last them to the day of the Shabbat was over.
Yes,
but they had no reason to go out and work.
Mm-mm.
But you ain't in your land. See, when we go back in our land, we going to keep the Shabbat. We ain't going to have no excuse that we can't.
That's right.
Like it was then, it going to be again. We will be able to, we will come up every Shabbat. And those that don't come up, the word say they get no rain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost immediately you just going to, everything is dying. You don't get no rain. We are only rehearsing what we're going to be doing when we get out in our land.
Yes, it is.
And ain't nobody going to tell us you got to do this, got to do that on the Shabbat, because we'll be in our kingdom again. Say, I want you to get what I'm saying. You will be in your kingdom again. You have to call in that you got to get, I'm trying to get off from work for the feast days. You'll be in your kingdom again. And the word say nobody going to hurt or harm you, and nobody going to make you afraid.
That's right.
This is the word of Yah.
Yes, it is.
And I pray I'm putting it in perspective to you. He said, 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahuwah, thy Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
He said, in it thou shalt not do any work.
Mm-hmm.
He said, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. Now, do we have all that?
Mm-hmm.
Do we possess any manservants and women servants? And do we possess all of that? Mm-hmm. But we will possess those things again when we get in our kingdom.
Yes, we will. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we give him glory. So we just doing the best we can now. But they was in the kingdom here.
Yes.
He said, for in the 6 days that Yahuwah made the heaven and the earth. This is why. If I can rest, y'all can rest.
Yes.
He said, made the earth, the sea, and all that them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore he said, the Yahuwah blessed the Sabbath day.
Mm-hmm.
made it holy. He made it a holy day. You know, do you realize that Sabbath is really a feast day for us to come together with our families?
Yes, it is.
See, we got to understand what y'all mean by rest. See, we don't got this thing we can supposed to sit in a corner.
No, no.
No, you rest with your family. You come
Mm-hmm.
together with your family, whoever your
Yeah.
family is. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
sit before him and rest and eat and drink and be merry before him.
Yep.
He said, honor thy father and thy mother.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know how well these 10 commandments, how well are we doing? Everybody know where you are. You can tell your testimony or not.
Oh, yeah.
He said, honor thy mother, thy father, and your mother. And he telling you why to do it. See, that's why this little thing here up here, it don't say nothing about why.
That's right.
It tells you, he straight up, he said, that your days, thy days may be long upon the land which the Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth thee. See how they cut the stuff off? They don't tell you why you should honor your mother and your father.
So you can live longer.
Because you're going to write your own life story.
Yes, you will. Cut it short a little bit long.
He goes on to say, thou shalt not kill. But in Ecclesiastes, he said, there's a time to kill.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did now.
The third chapter of Ecclesiastes tells you, it's a time to kill and there's a time to refrain from killing.
Yes, it did.
There's a time to laugh and there's a time to cry.
Yep.
The time to embrace it is a time to refrain from embracing.
Mm-hmm.
See, we got to know what situation we're in. Thou should not kill. You don't just go out there and kill your brother. Because you mad with him.
That's right.
You don't go shoot him down because he said something about you. You don't go stab your sister because you mad with her because of the way she wear her hair.
Okay.
Or she look better than you, so you want to take her out.
Yeah, mercy.
He said, thou should not kill.
That's right.
He talking to Israel. We got to understand who he talking to.
That's us, to his people, his chosen.
You don't go around killing my bride. You don't murder my bride. If you notice, if they did something, y'all killed them.
Yes, he did. You need nobody else to do it.
You open the ground and let them fall in.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all, if you look at this word, he tried to keep the blood stain off Israel's hands as much as possible.
Yes, he did. And still do.
Even now, that's why he said this.
Yes, he do.
He said, I'll fight for you.
Yes, he do. That's true.
I'm going to fight for you. That's keeping the blood off our hands so we won't have blood guilty hands.
That's right.
The blood guilty hands causes him not to allow us to do certain things. That's why David could not build the temple.
That's right.
He told you got too much blood on you.
Yes.
He said, I love it that you even mentioned that you want to build me a place.
But because of the blood,
he had shed too much blood.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't bring back Uriah's wife because it never was David's wife.
Yep.
He said, but your son Solomon, I will allow him to build it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And David still was rejoicing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said, thou shalt not kill. I'm trying to keep your hands clean.
Yes.
But some of them still killing with their mouth.
Yes,
see, they had to draw a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You're killing your sister character. You're killing your brother character.
Yes.
Lying on them, causing them not to be able to get a decent job because you lied.
Mm-hmm.
murdering with the mouth.
Yes.
The word say the tongue is the smallest member in our body.
But the deadliest weapon.
It's the most deadliest weapon. It wreaks havoc.
Yes, it does.
And what the sad part, he said it can't be tamed.
Yep.
It
That's
takes
what
a
he
whole
said.
sword to tame our tongue.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes he'll stop us from saying stuff.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
He said, I
Mm-hmm.
know you're going to do it, but thou should not commit adultery. He done told you I went on whoring with these other gods, bowing down to them. This is not just a physical adultery. This is also a spiritual adultery.
Yes, it is.
Because when you ever serve anything other outside of Yah, then you commit an adultery because you his wife. You're his
Yes.
bride.
Yes.
How well are we doing? How well are we operating in this thing?
Hmm.
And we go on with our life every day. And we have our set ways. Inquiring minds want to know.
Mm-hmm.
How well do we operate in the Ten Commandments?
That's right.
Nobody can answer that. You only one can answer that one. Because if you say you cross every I, dot every across every T, and dot every I, you lie.
Of course.
We have to pull ourselves in, rein our own self in many times.
Mm-hmm.
Repent after we done said it.
That's right.
We operate as best we can according to the will of Yah. And that's why we pray for the Spirit of Zion. Pray that Yah will pull the rein on us to keep us in alignment with Him. Because this is our life here. This is our life contract.
Yes, it is.
This is the contract that Yah has written for the people. If you're going to be with me, you got to operate like this. When nobody else want to do right, you got to do right. Because I set a standard for you that I have not set for the world. And sometimes you see the world doing better than the people that these commandments were wrote for. It was written for Israel and given to Israel. And if Israel was carried out, the world will follow Israel because they followed it anyway, was it good, bad, or ugly.
Yep, that's true.
I don't care what you do out there, good, bad, or ugly, you're going to have a group out there going to try to follow Israel.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand, you still are the shining light.
Yes, it is.
Just in the wrong way.
That's right.
You're still the light of the world. They just made your light dim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what piece of clothes you got on. You can see they trying to wear. One girl over there, mad, a Caucasian lady was mad the other day because they told her to stop trying to wear what you call it, kind of knots with the family.
Yeah.
Stop trying to appropriate the other culture. She was upset.
Why? You're not hers.
The fact is, people follow us whether we like it or not.
That is
Some think it's a joke, but they don't understand. They just want to be you.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling sister the other day when I had Naomi at the park, and she was just a swinging, and the other lady come over there with little Ashley, and she was swinging her, and she said, "Well, we can't stay out here long, Ashley, because your little fair skin will start burning." Naomi just looked over to I told Ira, I said, I think Naomi was taunting that child. Because she was looking over there, swinging, looking at her going like this. I said, I believe she was taunting that child. I don't know. I don't want to lie, but why did she start doing that when that lady say that? I don't know.
Like, yeah, I can handle it. It works for me.
I'm telling you. But he tells us these things, thou shalt not commit adultery. You don't go do it and go hold and do it what the world does. We are supposed to have a stopping point. We are supposed to remember these what? These 10 commandments.
Yes,
This is our moral law, saints.
Yes, it is. That's right.
If our moral compass is off, then something is going on within us.
That's right.
It's time to go back to the old landmark. And break the generational curses off of us.
Yes.
My daddy might have did it, but that was not me, y'all.
That's right.
I have decided to follow you. I've decided to do the right thing according to your moral law.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help because he was a whore.
That's right.
It had nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. But as for me and my house, I'm going to serve the Yahuwah.
That's right.
Oh, I'm going to give him his glory.
Yes.
I'm going to honor him when he's supposed to be honored.
That's right.
I'm going to remember his Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we give him glory. As best as I can to keep it holy. I know there's going to come a day we ain't going to have to worry about these things. But the word says the Sabbath is going to have an end. We'll be in his place of rest.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
See, thou shalt not steal. And we see that's all our people do to one another is steal and rob them, but they won't steal and rob the other nations.
That's right.
When they do that, they done got real bold.
Mm-hmm. You
a single mother, you working, and you got, put your house together best you can.
Yeah.
And they might come along in there and break it and steal your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And steal what you try and still pay on stuff that you got for your children.
Mm-hmm.
And want to run off laughing like it's nothing to it.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Don't know what the moral law even means. Do not steal. If you steal from Israel, you're going to steal for anybody else. That's the first one you're supposed to pull a flag. Oh, no, I can't do that to my brother.
That's right.
But it's become a fad to go in and steal from your brother of Hebrew descent.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care how young and they don't care how old.
That's right.
But some of them literally getting killed in their brethren home, keep them from stealing from them and robbing them.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So true. Yes, it's true.
We forget it's been a few years back. This man's 72 years old. They're trying to kick his door back down. And when they did, they met a shotgun.
He had no wonder. Mm-hmm.
He told them to come in his house because he got a gun. They must have didn't believe it. Mm-hmm. Somebody told him that's an old man. We can take him.
Oh yeah, you know what it was to mistake.
It's a shame that we go around and target one another as a people.
Sure enough.
When we see they're literally off the chain. They'll jump on one and they'll attack the women quicker than the other nations will.
Yes, they do.
When you go, a sister go walk down the street and don't worry about it because the men that was down there watch you as you go. Be careful, sister. Mm-hmm. Now that's the way it was when we was coming up.
That's right.
You didn't know they was watching for your safety.
That's so true.
I have many times. Hey, young sister, where you going? Okay, be careful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell them I'm going to the store for my mama, okay. And those men would sit down there, they'd be sitting down there by Mr. Seabuck, and they'll watch you. They'll be, go ahead on now, cross the street.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't had nobody running down there trying to rape you.
Mm-mm.
But we always had some dogs, but you know.
Yeah.
This is a different time and a different world, but this moral law has not changed. And if we getting into the kingdom, we gonna get in the kingdom through these moral laws that Yah has set before us.
Mm-hmm.
He said, he said, thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. Don't lie on your neighbor.
Yeah.
Nobody want to be lied on.
Certainly don't.
And believe me, that people gonna believe a lie about you quicker unless they person that really know you.
That's right. Absolutely true.
If they don't know you and they got something against you anyway, they gonna help spread that lie. They ain't gonna try to find out was it true or not. Y'all said you don't do that.
That's right.
Israel, you don't do that to your brother and your sisters.
Mm-mm.
He said, thou should not bear false witness, carry lies about your people against your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
It's Judah first and then the Gentiles.
Yes.
You don't do it to Israel, you don't even do it to the Gentiles either. You don't lie on them either. We're not to lie on our neighbor. Mm-hmm. Israel first and then the Gentiles. You don't just go tell lies, even though we see it by social media all day long. They're lying on us.
Yeah, they do.
It could be that they know it's a weapon for them to lie on us.
That's right.
Just because they do it, y'all say we don't do it. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it
but
is.
I hold you in higher standard, Israel, than I hold anyone. You got to know that I'm looking at you because you my bride. I marry you.
Mm-hmm.
I made you my chosen. You didn't choose me, I chose you. I wanted to marry you. But I got some rules. Let me tell you how this marriage go.
That's right.
Let me tell you what this relationship is all about. I'm making you an offer that you shouldn't refuse. Because it really going to cost you something. You can love me, and I'm going to love you. If you can hate me, trust me, I'm going to hate you, and I'm going to show you. My wrath is more harder than yours, Israel.
Yes, that's true. Oh, yeah.
He showed it too. Did not he divorce them, kicked them out,
stripped
them?
Yeah, he did.
Took all his diamonds back, his fine cloth, and his broaded cloth, all his bonnets, all his gold chain, all his rings, his ankle bracelet. Did not he divorce them and strip them down? Isn't that what divorce does?
Yes, it does. Everything.
They didn't get that from out of the word.
Yes, they did.
You came with nothing, you leave with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he said you're going to be naked and hungry.
Yes, he did.
Oh, but we so glad that he remembered his bride. He has remembered, because his bride doesn't remember how they done hold away from him and not do what? Start to turn back to him.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, Father, thank you for marrying us again. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for calling us back again to your side.
Yes.
Because some people go on about their life and marry somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rarity when you see people that they part and they want to come back together and marry.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's some couples like that. They married 2 or 3 times. Why you keep it separate, but you can't stay apart?
Yeah.
Come back and marry each other again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who that was. Married each other 3 times or 4 times. I was like, that don't make no sense. Y'all might as well just separate a bit and come back, because you're gonna come back and marry.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stay apart. So what all this money you're paying for the divorce?
Ain't lying.
Say, honor thy father and thy mother. You want to live a long time.
Yes.
There's some secrets to this sauce, saints. And nobody can cook up this but you or me. We have to do this ourselves. How well am I stirring this pot? Am I putting all the ingredients in, or I'm putting in the one that don't challenge me? Because we got to walk all out.
Mm-hmm.
We can't pick and choose out of this what we want to do.
That's right.
See, that's what's wrong with the world now. The world can't take this moral law because there's some things that they cannot do. There's a whole lot that the world do. They full on with it.
Mm-hmm.
Commit adultery. What do you mean commit adultery? We just switch wives. We just pair up.
Wives.
We just, we are swingers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I swing with yours this night. You swing with mine. Or we just swing. We just do a swap tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So where's adultery fit in there, y'all?
I don't see it.
Well, give me 4 or 5 of them women. I'm gonna marry all of them.
Nothing.
Can somebody tell me where fornication fit in?
Not when the word says no.
How is not fornicating being not done? How is adultery not being committed?
With all that going on.
How about how is not going to whoring not being committed? Somebody tell me. Because this is a one-on-one relationship here.
Yes, it is.
Y'all didn't marry no 3 or 4 nations.
Mm-mm.
He said he got one bride. That's Israel.
That's
so
right.
Tell me, somebody. How can we have all these wives? And listen, I got something for you. Some of these women got a lot of husbands.
Of course. That's right.
She just got her a whole lot of husbands. They just sit and wait on
her. Mm-mm.
This world is so wicked.
Yes, it is.
This is a wicked world we're in, saints. But we got a lover that love us.
Mm-hmm.
We got somebody that love us. And all he asking for us to show him that we love him. He said, when you do these commandments, you show forth your love to me.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me you love me when you keep my commandments. There's a love language that you caused me to do some stuff for you. You didn't even ask me to do.
Mm-hmm.
You caused me to open doors that you never asked me to open. Because you my bride and you love me because I see what you're doing when it comes to my word. He said, yes, you have proved to me you love me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Why you want the neighbor's house? Just go buy a house.
That's
thou
right.
should not covet your neighbor's wife. Y'all, you don't want a wife, you want your neighbor's wife.
Mm-hmm.
You want your neighbor husband. We talk about that thing today.
Mm.
You so bad you want your neighbor maid. You want your neighbor gardener.
Yeah, everything they got.
You want the man cow. You want his jackass.
Mm-hmm.
Not anything that is the neighbor. Why do you want what your neighbor has? Why are you coveting the neighbor's stuff? When I'm married to you, when you ask me, you do right, I will bless you. I can pour you out one blessing. The word say a blessing that you can't even receive.
That's right.
He didn't say blessings. He said a blessing that you will not be able to receive. That's how I pour it out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't handle the one blessing that y'all would do for you.
That's right.
And his word is true. Let every man be a liar.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I can do all these things for you. I'm here to show you the way. If you love me, then you say you will keep my commandments.
Yes.
I don't have to put no bodyguard. I don't have to call no what you call the people secret agent that follow you around
Mm-hmm.
to see if you love me or not. If you love me, I can trust you anywhere with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about you going nowhere. I'm not worried about you going. They all of them bow down. I'm not worried about you bowing down to them. They grave images.
Mm-hmm.
I know who I married. All I know, my true ones are gonna kick that image out the way.
That's right.
I know when you go into these cities, you see all these mounds and people running up to try to. No, my people already know that's a false image. We got to see our people now. All they want, they molding themselves, molding images. Didn't it say we don't go there? And this supposed to be the churches.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Molding statues of somebody. Y'all say we don't do no graven image.
That's right. That's what he's saying.
You can't do none of him because you don't know what he looked like. Why are you trying to do that? That way I say, why are you trying to do this thing in heaven?
Mm-hmm.
And be honest. The real angels, you'd be too scared to try to do an image of them.
Mm-hmm.
You see one, you be running.
Yeah.
We're so sick in our mind. Y'all got to straighten us out. That's why he said I had to clean up Israel. Israel got to be cleansed. They got to be purified. I got to do some stuff in them. Because we really, as a whole, as a people, went the way of the world. But we think Yah in his love and his kindness, as we as individuals call upon his name, he brings us out.
Yes, he does.
He's taking us out of these things.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have no craving for this way of the world. We give him all his glory. He told us straight up, be in this world. You're going to be in the world. He's but not of the world. Because the world is not, the world don't worship me.
Mm-hmm.
He told at this point, they're going to encounter the world was going to be Canaan.
Mm-hmm.
You get over there, you're going to see a world that you really don't know. It's almost like you got your little children and you taking them out for the first time and you got to kind of school them. Listen, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this because where we going, they ain't going to be doing this. That y'all know y'all don't do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know we don't act that way, right? So when they get out, the ones that heard, they're going to be reluctant. They ain't going to move. They're going to look at mom and dad, and you're going to have that one going to take off.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
This is saying, y'all know what he's doing. When he tells us not to touch the unclean thing. When he tells us not to worship these graven image that they done set up for themselves. All these rosaries.
Mm-hmm.
All these rooms in their houses. What he told Ezekiel, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this down in the basement of the sanctuary. Look at what they're doing.
That's right.
They're doing one thing. They got a shrine worshiping the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing it still even to this day.
That's
sacrificing right. People right up under these churches.
Mm-hmm.
Doing all these sexual rituals right there in these buildings.
That's right.
Don't you know if he told Ezekiel they were doing it then, they're doing it now?
That's true.
Because Ezekiel's our end time prophet.
Yes, he is.
Oh, we give him glory, saints.
Mm-hmm.
We got to understand that Yah He said, don't you have no graven image. Don't want the man made servants. Stop trying to have what your brother had. You don't know how your brother got it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what it's costing them for that big house they got.
That's right.
You don't know what it's going to cost them for the car they're driving.
Mm-hmm.
You better go look at the tax bill.
Hmm.
Do you really want what they have?
No, that's right.
So you looking for the outside, but they can tell you some stories. See, we supposed to be wherever y'all have us, whatever level of life we in at this moment, we should be content.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got to understand this thing. We got to understand that when y'all put something in order, when he tell us, this is what I require of Israel. That you don't have no other God before me. You're supposed to love me with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. Because I'm your first love. And trust me, I'm going to be your last one if you allow me to be. Just as I could do you good, he said I could do you harm. Just as I can bless you, I can also curse you. Oh, we give him all glory, all praise. We give him glory, saints. I want to bring this to you because it got in my spirit. How well do we operate? Are we really operating in the Most High? It's a self-examination every day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, the enemy comes to taunt your flesh. He comes to make you have to make a choice during the day, even during the day. We just have to understand. Y'all want a holy people. He's looking for a righteous bride. Mm-hmm. He's looking for a bride that say, yes, I do. I'll do what you decide. You have desire for me to do. I will not have no other Elohim before me. Mm-hmm. He said, not even no other graven images.
That's right.
He said, I'm going to do the things that you have told me to do. Oh, I know this wasn't the Lord.
Yah commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear Yah, our Elohim,
we don't fear him, so what?
that he might preserve us alive, as it is at this day.
Because see, after you go alone so long,
and it shall be our righteousness,
and things don't happen,
if we observe to do all these commandments before Yah.
They get to the place they think, well, it ain't going to happen today. I got time to get it right. A lot of times, they ain't going to be there that time to get it right.
Father Yah.
I will not have any.
We got to understand that Yah said that we got to get this thing together. Examine our own self. We don't need him together. Examine us ourselves.
I will take
my heart right
before. I'll do.
We thank you today for this word.
I'll do.
We give your name glory, praise, and honor. But I ask you right now, we say this thing out of order, strike it off the record that the enemy will not have anything to bring accusation.
Honor your father and mother. That's what God told me.
Very familiar word, but not
that your days may be long and that it may go well with you.
We need to be reminded of your word, your commandments. It reminds us that we really love you. Are we really in love? You didn't say love, it said be in love. See, when you in love, you can't see nobody else. You want us to fall in love with him, because we here fall in love with us. Anybody go back and I want to be him. He goes back and give us a chance. Lord, we give him glory, we give him praise, we give him honor. Father, I pray this word reach to the one that is supposed to reach. I pray that it'll encourage their heart. I pray that their eyes will be open. I pray that they'll examine their own life. This is just a self-examination message today. How well do we operate in it? How well are we operating in His Word? Are we really pleasing Him according to His own divine will? Thank you for ordering our steps, God. Thank you for making these things righteous before us. Thank you for putting us on the righteous path. Lord, we give your name glory, we give your name praise. We thank you, Father. He tells us that there's no ain't nothing but the Lord, we give him glory, we give him honor. Don't deserve no covenant. The rest of the day will be blessed. Pray that Father will show his divine mercy towards your prayer requests. Lord, we give him all his glory for his due his name, saint. As he brings us forward, continuously we coming forward. Hallelujah. It is time. He has done a new thing that we not known. It's springing forth now. These be the new thing. We're waking up all over this world. And we'll let people know who we are. We ain't being both kids walking this thing out. Y'all want to walk it out. You don't talk it out, walk it out. So people, they gonna see more what you do than what you say. So with that, Father, we thank you, we praise you right now. Let me turn that off because I don't want that to start. With that, we say, Shalom, saints.
And Shabbat Shalom. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. I pray that the
Shalom.
rest of your Shabbat will be full of peace and grace and mercy and blessings. With that, we say Shabbat and Shabbat Shalom, saints.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.
Yeah. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High. Oh, He gives the praises. Hallelujah. I pray something was said that will encourage your heart and also open your eyes of understanding. With that, we say Shalom, saints, and Shabbat Shalom.